Hi, John Dwyer is my name, and I've got one of the owners of Advanced Nutrients with me here, and he's going to be of great assistance to you if you actually are in the agricultural business. You might be a farmer. Hi, Gary, how are you?
Yeah, excellent, John. Thanks very much for inviting me today.
Good, mate. Can I just ask you, Gary, what's the role that you play? I know that you have a business partner, but you told me you do all the work. So therefore, what's the role that you play? Tell us a little bit about Advanced Nutrients.
Yeah, sure. Advanced Nutrients, we've been around since 2000, so we're not the new kids on the block anymore. My role in the business is the CEO. So, but because our managing director, Craig Salmon, looks after the day-to-day sales and marketing, I look after all of the stuff he doesn't want to do. So pretty much the operations, the innovation, I look after our research and development and product development, the general maintaining the business so that we keep the doors open. You know?
So therefore, Craig's not in the office at the moment. We're recording this, and you'd be open and honest to say that pretty much you run the whole show, don't you?
Yeah, certainly. Yeah, basically the day-to-day operations. You know, getting
let's
things done.
Let's hope Craig doesn't watch this, all right?
Yeah. Well, he should be too busy selling to be sitting around on the internet watching this.
Exactly. Now, listen, we're going to make this quick because we know anyone who might be on the farm is limited with time. So therefore, we're going to keep this relatively short. I mean, really short. So I'm going to almost like 60 seconds with Sterlo on the Footy Show. I'm going to fire a few questions at you, and maybe if you can just give us the answers, and those answers should be pretty helpful to any farmer watching this.
Absolutely.
Okay, now I've got a note in front of me here. I've got the questions, and so therefore I'm just going to put my specs on and ask you, okay, water. Of course, water is the key limitation on food production. Where does efficiency come from? We talk about water efficiency. What do you mean by that?
Yeah, well, as you rightly just said, you know, abundance of water and the cost of it are always going to be limitations in every crop production system in the world. But the next ones that we need to have to look at for efficiency is water quality. And then the next one after that is structure of soil, which is more important than how much water that soil can hold. So,
but when you say water quality, what's the problems associated with water quality? What's that?
Yeah, unfortunately, all of our water around the world is not as clean as we'd like to be. Some is great, but most of it is contaminated with something. When we say contaminated, these are natural things. Sodium is certainly a very big problem in bore water and creates significant problems in crop production, as does excess iron in the water. And the other main one we always target, which is more into the irrigated guys, is biofilms. Algae and microorganisms grow in irrigation lines. That blocks everything up, uneven watering, poor crop production, all those types of things. So from a quality point of view, the things that we can manage and correct are things like salinity, iron, and biofilm and algae in lines.
What's PenMax and Aquamax? Because I've got here on my trusty little notes that one of the solutions you have to the water issue is using, stuff like that.
Yeah, I guess one of the specialties of Advanced Nutrients is we're very much focused around getting results with a more acceptable OH&S risk. So one of the first things we want to do in addressing quality problems is or what we had to do was invent products that could replace hazardous chemicals in a non-hazardous, easier to use form. And that's what we've done with PenMax, Aquamax, and EnhanceMax. They're the three things that sort of solve water quality. In making those environmentally responsible, but also non-hazardous to any of the workers. That's a key part, particularly in corporate farms these days. OH&S is on everybody's lips. So,
Gaz, I've got to ask you, Aquamax, PenMax, EnhanceMax. I'm a little bit worried about the EnhanceMax, but anyway, I want to ask you, how did the word max get into all of these names?
Actually, it comes from the product PenMax. PenMax is both a useful product and a core raw material in other products. It's our non-ionic surfactant. It's about making water spread more easily in soils. So where we've got poor structure, we need to, whilst we're fixing structure, we still need the water to flow nice and evenly through the soil, and that's what PenMax helps it do in that short term. And because we put PenMax as a raw material in our other products, basically anything with PenMax in it gets a max thrown on the end. So,
and I don't even want to do anything about EnhanceMax.
Yeah, Enhanced Max is a very important one actually when it comes to sodium. It's a humic acid derivative with Penmax in it to help with the penetration. But its role is to bind up things like.
Can I just ask you there though, Gazzy? You said that Enhanced Max helps with the penetration.
It contains the Penmax, which helps with penetration, but the Enhanced Max is very much about capturing sodium and iron into an organic compound, that then when those go into the soil, they no longer then have an effect on the plant production. So they're still there, but we stop them reacting and causing negative problems in the soil until we can fix the soil, and then those problems eventually disappear. So we have to treat water quality in. The grower needs a result now. Soil structure takes years to do, so these are the intermediary products that we use to fix the problem today, to buy us the time to have a long-term fix in the future.
Before I ask you what a farmer, someone on the land, might like to do in terms of contacting you, if they want some help in this regard, when you say that, you know, it can be fixed now, how quickly can you guys get in using your advice and, you know, the products that you have? How quickly can you fix a water problem?
Right, we can certainly fix the negative effect of a water problem in the next irrigation. So that's straight up front.
Wow. Wow.
The results in the field will generally be seen within 2 weeks. And that gives the confidence to growers to then take the next step and go, okay, well, now let's start fixing our soil issues. Because water is one of those things you can't completely fix. It's a bore. There's a artesian well under the ground. We can't remediate that. So we can only fix it as it comes out of the ground before it hits the soil. And
Gotcha. Gotcha. And I guess for the farming industry, they're no different from anyone else. When they've got a headache, they want to get rid of it quickly. And you know, I guess you're saying, this sounds corny, but you're the Panadol to the headache. I mean, you've got the solutions.
Yeah, that's quite a good anecdote. And the good thing about this is by doing it, then they also very quickly start to have water savings. Yep. And that, of course, then translate to the cost becomes cost positive, not cost negative, because the savings of water and the increases in production are far more than what the cost of the product is.
And Gary, I mean, you've got a very successful business with Advanced Nutrients. Can you imagine how much more successful you'd be if Craig, your business partner, just pulled his weight? I'm hoping he's going to watch this. I'm hoping he's watching it. Gazza, all jokes aside, whoever's watching this now who goes, okay, this sounds pretty interesting, I've got some water issues, just simply contact you guys.
Yeah, look, I mean, the website's a great place to start.
Yep.
No one's two problems are exactly the same. So let's say there's some nice generic information on the website, but certainly we encourage growers to give us a call. Because then we can be a bit more specific in their problem on their farm with their water, and then we can give them a free consultation to give them some advice. Yep. And then we sort of take control of their problem from there.
Well, the details of how to contact you are somewhere below or on top of whatever of this particular webinar video. So therefore, all the details are there for them to simply get in contact with you. And normally, the consultation would be a 20-minute, maybe 30-minute.
Yeah, 20 minutes is generally the most. If the growers have got background data, water quality tests and soil tests, then that makes the whole process even faster, you know.
Yep.
So it saves costs down the track. So 20 minutes is a max conversation. And probably then we would like to come out and visit them on farm, actually talk about those problems in a little bit more detail and come up with some specific program advice and answers from there. So, yeah.
Mate, I think the good thing is that if they've got a water problem of any sort, it sounds like you guys are the guys to fix it. So thank you very much for explaining all that. And as I said, the contact details to catch up with you guys is somewhere around this video. And Gary, I'd like to say thank you very much, mate. All the best.
Yeah, no, we'll look forward to helping everybody. Thank you.